Alrighty. First battle of week 5, I believe it is. This is going to be Supercavy versus my Nurgle. I am slowly but surely learning how to use Nurgle. Getting more used to my own build. You'd think I would know it since I spent a ton of time working on it. Originally, I was going to do Khorne, and this is very similar to one of my two choices in starting. I either do double soul grinder, double cultist, herald, or I do heavy infantry, herald. Though I almost always put the herald on the juggernaut just for the extra speed. I do need to try the motorcycle as well here. But on foot is an interesting choice. This is probably about as cheap as you can get a lord, I'm guessing. Let's see. So yeah, he did bring the Revel and Slaughter. He did bring Hellblade, or I think it's just you don't get a choice on that one. Wounds, obviously. Yeah. So he might have just brought the Revel and Slaughter. Maybe that one's even just normally there. And he just got as cheap of a lord as he could. Oh, this is the other one. Locust of Wrath. I like bringing this one with your general just when you need that extra burst. And then myself, I do a cheeky little play here. These plague toads are going to kind of wrap up around this way, and I'm hoping Supercavy just doesn't pay too close of attention. My soul grinder is going to just pepper the far side infantry with shots. And I bring in some more plague toads just to kind of be bodyguard of the soul grinder. I do kind of throw them away later on. The plague bears and the nurglings along with the cultists are going to try to hold this point. My general is just casting streams of corruption here to just, well, you know, we've got 2 infantry units. It doesn't really do much damage. Don't take out any models, but it makes me feel nice about myself. Chaos Furies, though, are going to be very angry at my general and have some words for him. One of these Chaos Warrior units are down about half hit points, so I do switch on to the other one and start same thing. Just target firing them down. They're pretty close to each other, so my mortar shots here are going to do some decent damage. Nurglings are up here. Plague bears are trying to get up here versus these cultists, and then my cultists will eventually respond here in kind. My general's kind of tanking this one unit, but Supercavy is going to bring in another unit of Furies, and my plague toads are coming around behind. So I'm gonna come in, sandwich him. His cultists will summon and sandwich my guys here. I am casting, I believe, miasmas and streams. Yep. So both cultists will summon here, and then my not strangely enough, like I knew what I was doing. I then summon I use my cultist summon to bring in my plague bears to then sandwich his guys. So this is just a giant combat lasagna. I end up having to cast a Fleshy Abundance on my lord here because the 2 Furies are just slowly taking me out. These plague toads, I don't know what I was kind of planning here. I guess, yeah, like none of this was good news for those plague toads. I guess I just wanted to keep them down here. I thought they were going to charge up in my soul grinder or something. My soul grinder is almost at ammo. He's about halfway to paying for himself, and I just summoned the swarms of Nurgling. This is my tar pit army. They are going to head down towards this point because I still have nothing that can take this. I bring in Furies to take out his Furies. My lord retreats back over here to just try to save anything by casting just healing spells. I believe, yeah, I dropped like a no, I don't. Why does this show that this is unbinding? But my leadership is perfectly fine, and then it suddenly just disintegrates. Okay then. So, gotta love replays, and they're bugs. So I am having some issues here holding this point. Super has very easily taken the other 2 points, but my my tar pit is here. My soul grinder, 2 rounds left. No rounds left. 1,378 points, and he is looking at all of this with tar pit around it, and just like, I think I can take this. I do bring in a beast of Nurgle. He's going to kind of rotate around and come in here. These bloodletters are not the summoned ones. All his summons are now gone. My furies are in here. So furies combined with more Nurglings are going to just hold up. And my lord will eventually just kind of kill off these cultists. My cultist is going to be over here. Just looking at this charge, bloodletters that can kind of cut through everything here. Maybe not my lord, but they will do significant damage to my lord. And my Nurglings here are really what's capturing this point. There's nothing else over here that can really, that I have, that can capture this. But I get it quite quickly. My beast of Nurgle is kind of just slowly wandering over this way. The Gore Beast will charge it and just stay there. I bring in more Plague Toads. I bring those Plague Bears back that just disintegrated a little while ago. My Lord is coming over here just to try to do area of effect heals. Keep my Tar Pit squad going. But this is... Supercavy has forces here that are made to tear through tar pits. His general is here. He's got lots of chaos warriors that are still in frenzy mode. He's still holding 2 points. He is definitely not going to capture this one, though. I'm just pouring more and more Plague Toads in here. The Plague Toads will be good against these Bloodletters. Furies are going to decide they don't want to stick around on this plane of existence anymore. The Cult is still just debuffing everything he gets into at this point. If I can just... Yeah, he must have just fallen out of combat here a little bit, yeah. So his debuff finally went away. The Plague Bears kind of turn around and head this way because I realized I'm losing pretty badly. I need to finish things here. The Beast of Nurgle by itself, it's not good at just fighting things all by itself. This is probably a mistake of mine if I actually did this, pulling off this point. Come over here and fight this Gore Beast. Like, yeah, the Gore Beast chariot is going to do a lot of damage to this Plague Bears, but I need to be capturing this point. So that was a mistake on my part, because this Beast of Nurgle actually has a ton of capture weight. I don't get why, but it does. So now it's coming back. We have Nurglings and Plague Bears just holding this Gore Beast. It will break apart here. Oh, it won't break apart because it's not a demon, but it will break. I guess one of my Furies actually survived. We're just wrapping up this last cultist here. Nurglings are barely alive. Plague Toad doing good. This cultist should be just fighting that cultist just to debuff him a little bit more, because those cultists are really pretty strong. My soul grinder is making short work of everything, including this foot lord. His whole tar pit economy though is a little bit gone at this point. You're gonna see me bringing some more in up here. I have lots of points here, and I'm way behind, and I've forgotten to summon in anything. So I summon in the Plague of Toads, basically, along with Nurglings, and I am hightailing here. I am force pathing everything I can here. Obviously, my lord's not going to do much, but I see lots of infantry just sitting here, and I'm just more spells. We have more Plague Toads coming in this way. I think this Plague Toad unit actually starts rotating out there. I have things that are just chasing off other things here. I am just securing the points. at this point. So Supercavy has fully committed to holding this center point and really got into the grind fight with me here. And he is holding the battle at the right spot, which is just off of this point. I can try to force through here, but these guys are just gonna follow him over here. He does bring in some dual weapons, which will just kind of mulch through my my plague bears, that kind of stuff. My Nurglings, they're gonna get mulched by these chaos warriors. But these Gorbeast chariots definitely wasted without cycle charging. The other Gorbeast chariots came back, but they're going to summon or suffer from the elite pox riders and their frog foo. And I capture this point with just the weight of the Toad world. But I still need this point. 2 points will not win me this game at this point. Supercavy is so close. He is 730 tickets away, and I am well over 3,400 points at this point. I need to capture, so I need all 3 points. More specifically, I need him to stop capturing. Otherwise, this is going to be a humiliating defeat for me. So at this point, yeah, you do see me a little bit more forcefully sending units over here. My plague frogs are just not enough to capture here. My plague bearers are starting to vanish. And his units just, they're wavering. They're close to breaking. They're not doing it. So my cultist is in here. Everything is in here. My general's charging in. I need a mass route here. These guys run away. I can bring this in. I can bring my soul grinder in to capture this point. He's sending units over here. I'm going to have to reinforce this army. Plague toads and the Nurglings won't quite be enough to hold back bloodletters and a fully HP'd up cultist, followed by some halberds. This is looking grim. We're down to 350 points he needs. I am finally starting to capture this. There is no pressure, but also nobody home over here. I am sending another wave because I have once again forgotten to summon anything. So literally, rot flies. Everything I can. Anything that has any movement speed, I am sending over here because I see the swarms coming. The soul grinder comes in. At this point, I do not care if he dies. He is more than paid for himself. I will win this. Well, if I don't win this, he wasn't going to capture this fast enough. Especially if I lose this point. So just the Nurgle plague comes down on point 3. I have captured point 1 with 105 points left for Supercavy. But here is my grave mistake. We're grinding here. I have this one pretty well wrapped up. I should be wrapping these units up here. I should already be sending this beast of Nurgle up here. I need to be summoning more. I know I have more units to summon. Because guess what? This unit's going to rally. Gorbeast chariots at first go over here, but then Supercavy sees what's going on. Changes targets. 2.1. Brings in the fastest capturing unit for chaos, in my opinion. Like this both captures at infantry speeds as far as its weight goes and moves like fast cav. So charging over here. You see my general's coming over here because I just need to break units. These guys aren't getting anywhere in time. But I need other units that can move faster. Rot flies are coming in. Just I need to stop these units from getting here in time. But the rot flies don't get out of battle. I'm force clicking them out. They are not coming. Plague toads coming down this way. Anything I can send over here. This is one. I kind of eventually overcompensated. I sent too much over here because I saw him doing both directions, and I did not micro well enough. He then brings in, I can't tell. These are flesh hounds. I clicked on them. I could just look over here. He brings in some flesh hounds. They're now charging over there. And he captures this point so fast. And like, I was so close here. I am, like, it's still sitting here on me for some reason. I don't know why it's holding. There it is. And 400 points, 100 points left. We are neck and neck. If this was 2-1, it would be a race to the finish. But I don't have a way of recapturing this fast enough. So Supercavy wins by the skin of his teeth. Look at that. Congratulations to Supercavy. We'll go ahead. I always debate whether or not to go over these end screens because they really don't mean much with how many times units are resummoned. General definitely. I don't know how cheap you can get a Herald, but I still don't think he paid for himself. But he might have buffed up other units where they paid for themselves. Cultist. This Cultist I think was summoned the second time. That's why he has a health bar. Nothing here really super paid for itself. I don't know how many times these flesh hounds got brought in. These two definitely didn't pay for themselves, other than the fact that, you know, they won them the game because they captured points. Same thing with, actually, this unit right here. 268 points. That didn't pay for itself. It was brought in at least twice, but it paid for itself because it won the game. They never paid for themselves. They didn't pay for themselves. That actually did pay for itself. I don't know how many times he brought in Furies, but I can't imagine he didn't pay for those Furies. These guys, they're still close to paying for themselves. Like, other than I summoned them a third time, and that was definitely not the unit to summon at that moment. Definitely paid for himself. This was the MVP of my army right here. 2,700. That's 1,000 value over. Almost helped me win the game there. He was so close. He broke so many mortal units. My only real big tear causing. I don't know if the Beast of Nurgle causes tear or not, but this guy broke so many mortal units. I would be tempted in my next build to put him in the reinforcing army, or maybe I'll get to redo this army with the 1.1 patch. But that was game 1 of week 5. And I could be wrong on week 5, but I'm just going to keep saying it through the rest of these replays.